Welcome. It's all about a celebration today. We are going to be celebrating resilience. We're going to be celebrating boldness. We're going to be celebrating young entrepreneurs. We're going to be celebrating a community of people who are pushing the boundaries and trying to make things happen while still doing good as well. The Ashesi Venture Incubator is a program run in partnership with MITD Lab and supported by USAID to help the recent graduates launch and grow new hybrid businesses. Now, some people talk about hybrid businesses and sometimes it gets a little over the top and people don't really understand it. But then Jewel and Dr. Gordon were in my studio and they explained it so well that I actually got people in my office wanting to be a part of it. So Jewel, if you do not mind, for the uninitiated and for those who probably don't have an idea of what this new hybrid business mentality and mindset is all about, it would be great to hear from you to get a sense of what exactly it is, and also give us a sense of what we're going to be celebrating today.
Well, hello. So when we're talking about this hybrid model or this hybrid entrepreneur that you're going to learn more about today, is that we're speaking to the entrepreneurs that have a business model that's not only in the sense commercial revenue generating, but has a direct focus on social impact and social mission. So there's a creation of social value as well. So we've decided that within the integration of our particular data, we're focused on entrepreneurs who not only want to do well, also do good. And what this means is that, yes, we want them to make money, of course, to help transform their economies, but then ensure that their businesses also are finally integrated with processes, systems that do good. So whether that means you're hiring with the intent of having some level of gender equity, you're ensuring that your practices are extremely sustainable and not harming the environment. All of those are considerations for the types of hybrid business models that we want to see and we feel can truly transform local and regional economies here on the continent and of course in our respective countries. Everyone joining us today, you're about to see the future of Africa. Congratulations to our AVI fellows. We're excited for you today. So thank you, Philip. You can take it away.
We have in our midst someone I've been admiring from a distance for quite a bit. He's an entrepreneur, he's an investor, and he's an author as well. Please, let's welcome Sangu Deli to give us a word. Sangu, thank you so much for making time for us, and the floor is yours.
Thank you so much for the much too kind introduction. Much too kind. Ashesi Venture Incubator, it's so important because it helps equip entrepreneurs with the skills and the support they need to be able to scale their enterprises. And I am moved by the specific focus on this hybrid model because we know that all the businesses you're doing are solving important, critical problems and will positively impact society and the environment. So to me, you're not just entrepreneurs, you're also philanthropists. So similarly, we should be inspired by what the AVI fellows are doing today to all be philanthropic because all of us can show and demonstrate our love for humanity.
Thank you so much. And like you said, they are going to change Africa's narrative, and it will be nice to be old to see Africa change because of these wonderful individuals. So Sangu, thank you so much for such kind words and such encouraging words, and all the very best as well. I'm going to start off by getting into the conversation with two people. I'm going to first of all start with Comfort. They are basically targeting plastics, a focus on SDGs 9, 11, 12, 13, and we're going to be meeting Comfort and Jennifer, but we're going to start off the conversation with Comfort. Comfort, how are you doing? And thank you so much for making time to join us, and congratulations first of all for how far you've come, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the journey will be like. So please take it away.
Good afternoon. I'm very fine, thank you.
So we're going to be meeting David and Jifa in just a bit. All right, so welcome to panel 2 on sustainable fashion and conscious media. And we're going to be meeting David and Jifa, who are going to walk us through that. David, if you can hear me, the floor is yours. Please, let's see how a conscious media is possible. People say it's not possible, but I'm guessing you have a thing or two to say about that.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is David Bueno, co-founder of Beautiful Story Studios. To kick off, Beautiful Story Studios is a production company, and what we believe in is quite unique. We're a production company, and we deal with both photography and filmmaking. So we don't only tell stories, but we tell beautiful stories from the African perspective. And through our work, just like Sango was saying, through our work, we also have a very similar vision where we seek to inspire Africans both on the continent and in the diaspora to be proud of their heritage, recreating and retelling our stories through a very modern cinematic African storytelling perspective. So the problem a lot of we deal with as a continent is that we've been misrepresented in media over and over for generations, and that's how come we are tackling SDG 16. So in the media, we find Africa being represented in so many different ways. And one of my favorite quotes by Chimamanda Ngozi is that the single story creates stereotypes. And the problem with stereotypes is not that they are untrue, but they are incomplete. They make one story become the only story. So we want to tell diverse stories through African cinematic storytelling perspective. And in doing that, we've worked with several brands, including Apple, Beyonce, Unilever, Vlisco, Unilever and Chelsea FC, British Council, Conan O'Brien, and our wonderful Ashesi University. And all of this is to tell this story of who we are as a people. But I'm pitching to you a product. In AVI, I've been working on a product titled The Sixth Sense. So The Sixth Sense is an anthology of 5 different short films. And in these 5 short films, it tells the basics, it explores the basic sense of humanity. So that is sight, touch, taste, smell, and the sense of hearing. And all of this is being done through a modern African cinematic storytelling perspective. So the beauty of this is that it gives us a wide range of markets, not just because mainly it focuses on so many different genres. So we don't just have one story, but we have 5 different stories being put in one product, right? So we have the genre of sci-fi, romance, magical realism, satire, and so many other genres that people love that opens us to a much wider market in the film world. So over the past couple of 3 years, we've built great traction for ourselves with the people that we've worked with in promoting our business and in promoting the African narrative. I've been featured on BBC, and I have a TED Talk where I share a lot more about our work and the things that we do and we aspire to do. And in the same sense, within the past 3 years, I've been able to acquire a network that can put me in the right room for a distribution deal, provided we have a product, because we believe sincerely in being able to create the right stories. And within these years, we've been working on this such that we have also amassed a network with key industry players in Africa and beyond. And our recent works even created a lot of buzz all around both social media and on the news, with about almost 1 million impressions on social media just around our work. And we are doing this not just because we want to create revenue for our business, but I was in a meeting about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago with my creative director, and he told me a very powerful story. He told me that when he was in somewhere around the first grade, he was called in front of his class with by his teacher, and they asked him, what does he want to do when he grows up? And Tony said he wants to be an astronaut, and the entire class laughed at him, right? Because they believe that being born and raised on the continent, you can't be an astronaut. And having to create these things is why I find it so important to be able to tell these stories of ourselves, to be able to let people realize that being African is enough. Being African, you also have the power to be as resilient and as confident in yourself and to be able to do unimaginable things. And that's exactly what Beautiful Stories Studio stands for.
Well, thank you, David. Thank you, David. That was incredible. Thank you so much. Jifa, the floor is yours.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Before I go on, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you. Did you know that there's pollution caused by manufacturing your clothes? Did you know that it takes about 2,000 gallons of water to produce a pair of jeans? That is more than one person to drink 8 cups per day for the next 10 years. My name is Jifa Nagla, and I'm the founder and general manager of Safi Label. I'm supported by Tracy Oponmenu, who is a brands and communication manager, and Nana Asumeni, who handles our creative shots on all our social media platforms. This is one of my favorite quotes by Mahatma Gandhi, which says, "There's no beauty in the finest cloth if it makes hunger and unhappiness." Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about our problem space, the area that we are very, very concerned about, which is fashion waste, extinction of traditional craftsmanship, wages, and salary. About 95% of textiles that are landfilled each year could actually be reused or recycled. Every second, equivalent of one garbage truck of textile is landfilled or burned. When it comes to extinction of traditional craftsmanship on the continent, the influx of fast fashion brands and secondhand items into the nation pose a significant challenge to the survival of traditional forms of craftsmanship. So when you look at artisan fashion on the continent, artisan fashion is actually slow and sustainable at its core. If you look at the social impact, it's almost more important, because if you look at fast fashion, the business model is only able to exist because of the exploitation of labor. Even, for instance, when we look at the SDG goals of SDG 1, which is no poverty, the no poverty is to end poverty in all forms across all countries. And if you look at the fashion industry, which is the largest industry, valued at over 3 trillion, yet an estimated number of 98% of fashion workers do not make a living wage. This means that 98% of workers are being held in poverty because of practices of our industry. And this is something which is of high concern, a big concern to most of us in this sustainable fashion industry space. So now I'm going to talk about our solution. Who are we and what are we trying to do with this whole issue of sustainability? So we are the makers of responsibly crafted apparel, accessories, and home goods that support artisans in low-income communities of Ghana. So what we do is our production process involves the use of plant-based dyes in the manufacture of our hand-woven fabrics, sustainably sourced leather, and textile waste, which preserves the age-old art of hand weaving to fashioning handprint materials. So each product is distinctively crafted for our customers. What is attraction? So how did we get to Safi Label? So the brand originally started back in 2018, which started as a bag design brand drawing on inspiration of the African culture. But in 2018, we began to realize what was happening in the fashion industry space. We were very concerned about the impact of fast fashion in our landscape, and we decided to take some measures. So that's when we began to repurpose old denim clothes and inculcate them into our collection. We started to eliminate plastic bags. We partnered with community weavers to manufacture all our hand-woven fabrics. And recently in July, that is when we rebranded as Safi. So Safi means key in Ewe, which is my native Ghanaian language. And I'm using my business as a tool to unlock opportunities for artisans in low-income communities of Ghana. These are a few sample products, which are hand-woven fabrics and hand-dyed fabrics, which we made during this COVID period to enable customers elevate their home and workspaces. And these are a few of our leather luxury handbags. Thank you all, and join us on our journey to a sustainable lifestyle.
I see. Well, all the very best to you. We'll be interacting with you, of course, in the breakout sessions as well. So now it's time for us to dive into and focus on equitable access to tech. Now that is something that gets me going. So let's meet the individuals who will be walking us through that right now. And yes, we are creating equitable access to technology. And it's such a pleasure to meet these two, Kelvin Degwache and Kevin Blankson. They're going to be walking us through. So let's start off with Kelvin. Kelvin, I hope you could hear me. The floor is yours. Please go for it.
All right. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll be taking you through the company for today, which is Obsessive Innovations, which is the company I represent. When you get into the why of why we do this, or the why behind my backstory, I'm very much into the concept of economic empowerment and the creation of jobs to enable people to contribute to their economies, escape poverty, and to take their destinies into their own hands. I'm currently with a team of 3 who are all Ashesi alums with experience in design and computer science. And we are currently tackling the issues of SDG 8 and SDG 9. These issues have to do with job creation and innovation. So what our solution seeks to do is enables SME firms to reduce the risk of wasting money when they need to expand to new regions where they'll create new jobs. We do this by helping them analyze existing and new data sets that help them reduce how much money is wasted when they expand to new regions. Currently, in terms of traction, we are working with one firm that has 24 branches across Ghana, and they are seeking to open 10 new branches, and they are using our system to reduce how much money is wasted while they open their branches, increase their success rate, and create new jobs in the regions they expand to. So this is Kelvin from Obsessive Innovations. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Kevin. From Kevin, we go to Kelvin from SWOOV. I hope you don't mind if I call you Kelly. Kevin, the floor is yours. Please go for it.
Thanks, Philip. Let me share my screen. Okay, great. Philip, good afternoon, first off, and thank you for being here today. I'd like to start off by talking about how businesses operate. There's been a change in how businesses operate from the physical space into the online space. And this has been made available due to the progress that technology has made in the market. And so in our belief, there are 3 things that businesses need to successfully operate online. First one being marketing and sales, and this has been taken care of by social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all the other social media and social networking platforms. When it comes to payments, you have products like MTS Mobile Money, or the entire mobile money platform, M-Pesa and Flutterwave. But when you look at logistics, there's no clear third-party solution that allows businesses to operate effectively online. And so we decided to focus purely on this industry. And so what we're doing is we're helping delivery companies move their businesses into the digital age by equipping them with the tools and the technology they need to operate. And this will help them moving items between online and offline merchants in order to make and bring some efficiency and release the stress on the different merchants that operate. So our solution is in threefold. We're first off equipping delivery companies with tech. Second step is we're aggregating them, and then we're also extending them to different traffic sources. So when I say equipping, what do I mean? I mean, we're giving them access to white labeled solutions that allows them to manage the day-to-day operations of their delivery companies. Once we do that, we aggregate them and then extend them to different traffic sources. So for example, through our app, the Swoop Merchants app, which is targeted at businesses and helps them get quick estimates on the different prices that delivery companies will be charging. Our USSD channel, which helps us reach the offline market through GSM mobile phones, and through our other integrations. So we're currently in conversations with different banks and e-commerce sites to bundle our product with their various offerings. So for example, if we spoke to a commerce solution or a bank, we'd say, hey, you have payments. Why don't you also include logistics to your merchants and sell this as a bundle to your clients? And because of what we do, we've established some key and what we like to call unfair advantages. We're able to give instant price quotes on pre-negotiated deliveries, and we're creating an e-commerce supplementary platform which is replicable all over the continent, in any country, in any city where there's a delivery company and a merchant that's looking to do deliveries. When it comes to attraction, we launched in March, and we have over 1,900 users. We've done more than 4,000 estimates, and we are currently operating in 4 different regions in Ghana, which is 4 different major cities in Ghana. And this is just an example of all the companies that have signed up on our platform in Accra here alone. We haven't yet added the Kumasi and then the Tamale, as well as Takrade as well. This is my team, Kweku Tabiri, myself, and Robert Kwenu. Please do get in touch with us. But before I leave, I'd like to say this. There's been a sharp switch when it comes to business operations, in the sense that there are a lot more, since Uber launched its operations, or a company like Uber that does a lot of outsourcing, every city that they sort of went into was faced with some type of backlash from the local drivers operating in their industry, okay? And we believe that the next step the next industry that's going to be addressed is the logistics space. And so we are trying to prevent a scenario where delivery companies get kicked out of the industry. I personally haven't sat in a taxi since Uber came to Accra, and it's by no fault of mine. It's just because Uber created some level of convenience, and that's the kind of convenience we're trying to create, but creating an inclusive ecosystem that allows the current players in the space to take advantage of the gains that they could make from moving and reaching an online market. So in a nutshell, this is Suv, and this is what we have. Thank you.
Kevin, Charlie, kudos to you and your team.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to hear more about what you guys are doing. You
should join us in the
business sounds like something I should be. Yeah, I will actually. I would actually even want to bring you over to the studio too, so we talk a bit more. We're going to be meeting 2 very incredible people. Basically, they have been involved with transforming education. And we are going to be meeting Grace of Boni Initiative and Derek of Tech Era. Well, Derek, thank you so much. The floor is yours. Please go for it.
Thank you so much, Philip. My name is Derek, and I am the founder of Tech Era. I'm very excited to be here with everybody. Okay, I want to crave your indulgence. I want you to imagine a woman or a lady using this for just a few minutes. So this is the world we have created, especially in Africa, where most of our products, life-changing products, services, policies are not accessible to a large group in our communities. A typical example is in education, a government policy like free SHS, a government policy like FQ, which is supposed to ensure that every child is in school. But in Ghana, we have 8 out of 10 children, more than 80% of children with disabilities who are currently out of school. And it's 90% in Africa. And in Ghana, only 5% of the children with disabilities in school get into tertiary education, even though we have free SHS or even though we have free compulsory basic education. Similarly, there are very amazing products, life-changing products that never get used by a large number of groups, which is persons with disabilities or inaccessible groups. Now, it's important to know that about 1 out of 7 of your customers or beneficiaries are disabled. And so if you have them not using your product, it means you're not reaching about 15% of your entire customers. And it's also important to know that access does not only apply to disability. Many people think that you only need access when you're disabled. But let me remind you of the moment when you were watching your favorite movie and it was in Greek, but you had to turn on your subtitles or captions so that you can be able to understand. Or let me remind you of the time you were driving when you had to use your rear mirror. That simply is access. But unfortunately, our children with disabilities and persons with disabilities cannot access life-changing services like education and employment because we have just failed to create that. Now, this is why Tech Era exists. At Tech Era, we have built a system in assistive technology that basically ensures that any life-changing product that is created by private sector, public sector, or persons with disabilities can actually be accessed by the persons with disabilities, and to ensure that service providers are not losing out on about 15% of their target groups. Before that, the products that we were creating, like in education, employment, were not accessible to this group. Now, how do we do this? We basically create assistive technology innovations. We also provide assistive technology integrations for private organizations, public organizations, international development organizations. And we also provide digital skill training to enhance social inclusion and job participation so that what previously was not accessible can be accessible to the potential customers. Now, by doing all this, we also obtain economic value through the sale of our products, the subscription from integrations that we provide, and the fees we charge some of our beneficiaries. Now, this is the team that makes what we do possible. I have a background in disability design and innovation, and I have a team of engineers led by Ronald Nete, who is also a computer science, who was a computer science major at Ashesi University, an impact director, and a business development and marketing executive. Now, over the past 3 years, we have been able to create access to over 2,500 persons with disabilities through the products we have created and the integrations that we have provided for private and public organizations, and also the skill development that we have provided for social participation. Now, on your right, you see one of our products, which is a lead product. This is basically a virtual classroom we created for blind students so they can learn remotely in COVID-19. For 5 months, blind students have never learned anything. But with our solution, things are becoming possible for them to continue their education. It's a digital platform that allows the students to learn. Now, among this, we have created accessible consumer electronic products and developed 7 assistive technology prototypes. If we really want to think about transforming our communities and societies, then we have to ensure that no one is left behind. And that starts from ensuring that the product you provide, the service you provide, the website you provide, the policies you provide are accessible. And Tech Era makes that possible. Thank you.
Right, brilliant, Derek. Thank you so much for giving us those details as well. Jifa, if you're ready, the floor is yours. Please go for it.
Thank you so much, Philip. Sorry, I missed a few things. And thank you so much, Derek. Having to go after Derek is a lot of pressure though, but I do admire Derek's work a lot. Hi, everyone. This is Grace Samponsan, founder of Bound Initiative. I am the second of 3 children. I have a younger brother who was born with a spectrum disorder. And with my family, we really struggle to make ends meet. Because of that, sometimes I was sacked for school fees, amongst many other things. But I was very lucky. I had a lot of mentors, people who really took genuine interest in seeing me succeed. At the end of the day, I completed Ashesi University on a full scholarship from the MasterCard Foundation. And currently, I am on the Schwarzman Scholarship Program, which is one of the most prestigious scholarship programs in the world. Just like me, there are a lot of girls out there whose parents cannot make ends meet, and they are really struggling. There are millions who are dropping out of school because of poverty, and there are others who would never be able to enter the classroom. And this is coupled with a lot of cultural barriers and social barriers. As we see today, there's so much social media, and then a lot of girls are pressured to do things that their friends are also doing. And also in many households, girls have been socialized to have very little ambition. So our organization, Bounty Initiative, focuses on building character, entrepreneurial drive, and sexual reproductive health knowledge among adolescent girls, so they can rise above their social, financial, and cultural limitations to become agents of change in their society. We envision a world where all girls have adequate resources to unleash their full potential. How we do this is we go to the schools, these girls fill application forms, and then they are taken through this 1-week non-residential training that we have for them, focused on character building, entrepreneurial leadership, and sexual reproductive health. After they finish the program, they are open to receive various forms of opportunities in the form of lifelong mentors, educational and leadership programs, and also just a community to build them to reach their educational and career goals. We have an amazing team. We are lucky to have on our advisory Sally Ofori-Abua, who is the National Director for Comfort Ghana, and she has 10+ experience in girl-child education. We also have Nazareta, who completed Ashesi University. She interned with Bank of America, and she has a passion for poverty alleviation. Nazareta is actually on the Ashesi Venture Incubator program. We have worked with about 120 girls from 9 different schools. We have had institutions and companies really support us in various ways. We believe that girl-child education is really important, because when you educate a girl, they are more likely to generate income that goes into supporting families. So it's very important. It's something that is of necessity. If you are going to support these girls, they'll do well. They would make decisions that would impact our community positively. So I'm really looking forward to see all of us be engaged in this program and to see it move forward. Because of COVID-19, usually we meet our girls in person, but due to COVID-19, we've decided to start an online program, which we are looking to launch on the 21st to the 25th of September 2020. And we look forward to seeing how this works. If you are here, you have an adolescent girl, please don't hesitate to enroll them in our program. Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you get involved.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for the efforts, first of all, Grace. And thank you for the spirit to actually still push it to achieve even more. Thank you so much for sharing. Our next group will actually, there are 3 individuals. Yes, there are 3 individuals who will be joining us in a bit. They are focusing on sustainable agribusiness and eco-business solutions. This is exciting stuff. Well, climate change mitigation and sustainable agribusiness. Incredible. Well, Emmanuel, if you're ready, we're ready for you. So take it away.
Thank you very much, and hello to everyone. So I'm just going to walk you through what we do. Let me just share my screen. So my name is Emmanuel Assam. I'm the founder of Gamma Energy. And the reason why I started Gamma Energy was because in 2015, I came across a worrying statistic is that Ghana is ranked 5th highest globally for the rate of deforestation. And the main driving reason for this was security. Security split into two: food security, and it was agricultural expansion. We had to clear more land to grow more food to feed the growing population, and we needed energy to cook the food that was grown. And at that point, I realized that Ghana and its citizens and the rest of the global world needed more, didn't have to suffer environmentally or health-wise, and they needed more friendly solutions to do what they needed to do, the basic need to cook and eat. And at this point in time, our first objectives were better. But immediately also, we realized that even though we wanted to go on this journey, we had to do it from a more sustainable manner. Now, the problems we're trying to tackle are deforestation, clean cooking issues, and climate change. I already talked about Ghana being having one of the highest rates of deforestation. And wood, charcoal, and firewood are driving that. But when we talk about clean cooking, it's sad to know that a lot of people do not have access to clean cooking fuels, and about 18,000 people per year die in Ghana as a result of using polluting fuels or inefficient practices. And we all know about the challenge of environmental issues and of inadequate waste management options. So through one solution, we're trying to address these three problems. In relation to the SDGs, we're trying to tackle good health, which it means, and when you use a fuel, you don't have smoke that kills you. We're trying to create energy solutions which are affordable so it can be widely spread. Decent work and economic growth for jobs. As Sango mentioned in his talk, people in rural areas and both in the city need jobs to survive. We're looking at sustainable cities, and most importantly, in the age of 2020, climate change is real. We see what's happening in California, and soon it could be us if we're not better prepared. And this is our main value proposition: creating a solution which is sustainable, very affordable, and renewable, all in one. Can we do it? Can we do it? Yes, we're already doing it, and we're already meeting people. This is what our product looks like. This is it in the video, burning in clean cooking stoves. On the left, you have a Japa stove, which is widely available. And on the right, you have it using in an improved cooking stove. So we have a product which uses, which is fuel efficient and also can use more fuel efficient stoves. What is our traction so far? So far, as of now, we've reached over 100 homes. We've reached over five plus businesses. We've recycled about 50 plus tons, metric tons of waste, and we've saved about 10 plus trees from being cut down to either use for making charcoal or firewood. I'm the lead of this team, and I'm supported by Edmond Dupaza, who is also an HSC alum, Akwesi, and SA is our business development coordinator. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, man. Thank you so much. Well, we're going to have Ellie coming up next. Ellie, and we're ready for you. The floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to bring us all our attention onto the realization of where we are at this moment in time as an African society, especially in sub-Saharan Africa. In the past few decades, we have seen rapid economic and socio-economic developments across the continent. But can we ask ourselves now, what is the main resource that drives this advancement? What is the main thing that we should be keeping our eyes on to protect and to fortify? And I would like to draw into your attention to the fact that it is what keeps us going as human beings, and that is what we eat, our food and our nutrition. Now, this very essential resource is constantly under threat by factors such as deforestation and soil degradation. And that is what we as a team, Sabon Sake, is determined to combat. So we as a team are dedicated towards the concept of regenerative agriculture. And what this means essentially is any and all solutions and practices that maximize the sustainability of agriculture in all its facets and all its permutations. So we are a team of 4. We are all Ashesi graduates. My name is Samuel Eli. I'm the marketing lead, and what we are driven towards in our mission is to make sure that the solutions that we bring up and equip our farmers for the future and for the present as well, in terms of profits and also in terms of environmental impact. Now, the main problem that we are dealing with, and this is a very serious issue that has been growing over the past few decades, all the way from 1980 to now, is soil degradation and infertility. So Sub-Saharan Africa has lost over 65% of its arable land to activities such as mining, deforestation, overcropping, and other practices. And this ties into the 2 SDG goals you see on your screen there, being responsible consumption and production. And also, since it's a threat to our food security, also it's something that we should all pay attention to in the now. So how are we solving this problem now? Our solution is essentially we maximize the value that we get from the waste that is produced from this very agricultural sector. By collecting plant and animal waste, we use our negative emissions technology to create a product that is tailored to specifically reclaiming the land that has been lost to these activities and making it fertile again. So instead of farmers having to find new land once the land they've used has been depleted and is devoid of nutrients, with our product, they can revamp the land they have used and avoid that unnecessary consumption of resources that is finite in land and nutrients. So this is our product, our flagship product as of now. It improves soil fertility, it boosts crop yields by 25% per hectare, and it filters out soil toxins over time. So when you apply it in a single planting season, the effects gradually increase over time and fortifies the fertility of the soil. So our milestone so far, the first thing we did was to develop our first bio blend, which is essentially the soil amendment I am talking about. And we have done 3 successful trials in various regions, including the Volta region in Accra, in Ghana here. And we have signed partnership agreements for sourcing raw materials to make it easier for us to produce our products on time and efficiently at low cost to us. And we have commenced the first batch of 25 kg bags in the past quarter. So that is Sabansake, and thank you for listening.
I see. Well, thank you. And finally, we have Nature with V Farms. Nature, the floor is yours.
Okay, good afternoon. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, thank you. So I'll start by asking 3 good questions. And these questions are, 1, did you know that pork is the most consumed meat in the whole world, even though it is not consumed by the 2nd largest religious group in the world? Did you also know that pork is the 8th most nutritious food in the world and technically the most nutritious animal protein? And finally, did you also know pigs are the cleanest animals in the world and it is we humans who make them dirty? With all these interesting facts about pigs and pork, it is very difficult to find lean pork in the nearest supermarkets, abattoir, as compared to chicken and beef in Ghana. And the problem is very worse in underserved communities, that's deprived communities in the country. So my name is Nature Akoto, the founder of V Farms. We are a team of 5. I'm the founder and the CEO. We have a compliance and operation lead. We have a farm manager and 2 farm hands. We all have at least 5 years experience in the agricultural sector. And V Farms is an environmentally friendly farm that produces high quality and an affordable lean pork for underserved communities in Ghana. And these are the things that define V Farms. We produce lean pork for underserved communities using eco-friendly practices. We also, our byproduct, which is from the farm, is sold to vegetable farmers to help them increase their productivity and income level. And this organic manure also make positive impact on the soil. We are also serving as a catalyst to motivate other youth and graduate into the agricultural sector. This is towards ensuring food security in the country. With this, we are fulfilling 5 sustainable development goals. These are SDG 1, 2, 3, 8, and 12. So our value proposition is providing high quality and affordable lean pork for poor consumers in Ghana using eco-friendly practices and state-of-the-art facilities that are less harmful to the environment. And so far, we have sold pigs worth over 70,000 Ghana cedis to these underserved communities in southern part of Volta region. And we have impacted the lives of over 700 people in these communities. The way forward now is to join as an accelerator to raise more funds to producing more pigs. That's 1,000 capacity farm, which will serve at least 15,000 people in this community. And I'll use this opportunity to urge those who have the resources and the capital to invest in youth and graduates who are passionate and working in the agricultural sector. Otherwise, a time will come where we will import almost everything that we eat in this country. Thank you.
Thank you for that. And I'd just like to also ask of the other fellows as well. Emmanuel, if you can hear me, how has the pandemic affected your business operations? If it has, please go ahead and unmute and then let us know.
Yeah, thank you. It definitely did because January, at the start of this year, was when we actually officially went to go with pilot sales. We started our pilot sales with a couple of our businesses, and at the time, we were focusing on businesses, that's B2B customers, and those were restaurants, hotels, institutions like schools. And when COVID hit, those were the first places that had to be shut down because of social distancing protocols. So we had to think on our feet. It was difficult. We had to figure out what we were going to do within a space of 2 months. The household segment was something we definitely considered. It was part of our initial plan. But the households are much more difficult to convince, because one of the difficult things of what we are trying to do is awareness. We are trying to, it's very, very difficult to change people when they're already used to something. So we realized that the effort we're going to spend in convincing one household customer is the same effort we're going to use in convincing one business, but the business was going to take more volume from us. But now when COVID hit, we had to now start thinking about the households, because everyone had moved home and everyone was most likely going to cook from home. So it took a while, but we worked our way, and through the support of the AVI, we were able to get some households, test our products, even though we were going to try to onboard them maybe sometime next year. But COVID, it was good and bad, but all around positive.
I like that. Ellie, on your side as well, what was COVID like, and what was the impact of COVID on your business, if any? And has it changed your approach to how you operate?
Yes. When the COVID issue came about, what really changed in our business was how we interact with customers outside, let's say, Greater Accra region. So initially, we had representatives in those regions who we could call and sort of get them to meet with the customer one-on-one. But since that wasn't possible anymore, we decided to now rely on a new solution, whereas we had to hire dispatch drivers who could deliver our product to them and ensure that they followed the COVID-19 social distancing protocol, so as to, give the customer that level of confidence in engaging with us as a business. That was the main impact in our business model. Yes.
I see. Wow. Well, all the very best in the year ahead as well. Grace, would you care to share your experience of COVID and how it's impacted your business, and if it has changed your business model in any way?
Oh, it has in diverse ways, right? So when COVID hit, we had a lot of our girls who were at home. So we took the opportunity to reach out to them and see how our program has transformed their lives. So that was one. And the second part of it was because of COVID, we can't meet them, we can't see them. So we've started this online program to see how it works. And then our model is such that we are looking to reach adolescent girls from diverse backgrounds. So not only girls from poor backgrounds, but other backgrounds as well, to make it more diverse and also to be a rich experience for these girls. So it definitely has impacted what we are going to do, and moving forward, how we are going to do it. And looking at this is going to also give the opportunity for other girls from different places that we couldn't have reached to also join the program. When we launched the online registration form, this is the first time we are doing it, but it was interesting to see someone from like outside Ghana register. So it's a hard thing, but it's also an opportunity to reach out to other girls from different places and to make the experience very diverse and very worthwhile for everyone.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Grace, for that. Derek, for on your end as well, would you care to share some of the lessons that you picked up over the COVID period?
Yes, I think that COVID affected us in a lot of ways, but it also created opportunities for us to explore other avenues. Like I said, we create accessible products. And so when COVID came, we were thinking about what innovation can we create that will be accessible to persons with disability, the elderly, persons who have some motor challenges. And it gave way to come up with a new innovation, which is like an electronic consumer product. It also gave us the opportunity to spend more time in development rather than marketing and sales. And so I think that COVID gave us that space to develop more. But of course, we pivoted in some areas to get more revenues in, like providing online electronics and product development training, which helped us reach over 100 students in private schools. We also did business and entrepreneurship sessions for young people, reaching over 300 people. So we just try to engage more people, look for alternative ways of raising revenue, participate in solving COVID, and also focus on developing our internal products. So it was really good.
Well, thank you, Derek. Kevin and Kelvin, the two of you have been dealing a lot with equitable access to tech, and I'm guessing this was a very, incredible moment for you to test your idea. So let's start off with Kelvin. Kelvin, tell us about your experience over the pandemic period, and has it changed your approach to business in any way? And how are you thinking through the solutions, for example?
So for us, it was kind of like a good thing, because it's almost like the pandemic accelerated like 5 years of what tech should have. What would have happened in tech in like the next 5 years was like it accelerated everything into like 1 year. So the demand for technology increased. So we were more valuable. We had to change how we operated, because we used to meet physically, we used to meet clients physically. So we had to become resource light. We had to be more adept with like online tools like Slack and Trello. And so, yeah, we learned how to work like with distributed teams from like our own homes, how to set up meetings with customers. And then we are trying to build capacity to meet the demand for like the tech boom, because everybody is now working from home. So, yeah.
All right. What about you, Kevin?
The COVID period was actually very, very interesting for us. On one hand, we saw a spike in the demand for deliveries, but on the other hand, we saw a reduction in the number of delivery companies that were available, because a number of them had to close down, because some of their riders went back to their families. And so for us, it presented us with a challenge where we had to change how we about onboarding these agencies. Luckily for us at that time, right around that time, we stopped doing physical reaching out to like physical sales to delivery companies, and they were the ones actually now reaching out to us. So it went heavily on our operations side to do online onboarding, and to be able to get them abreast with the technology. I think that was where a lot of the challenge was. Besides that, the COVID actually seemed to have boosted our operations as well, especially with demand and the delivery companies joining our network. It was a double-edged sword, to be honest. And interesting times. It's actually shape how things move forward from now on.
That's really interesting to know. So let's hear from Jennifer. I don't know if Jennifer is with us.
No, she hasn't been able to join. So we can talk to
Unfortunately,
Comfort.
well, Comfort. Yes, Comfort. Comfort. Let's hear from you as well. Do tell us about how everything has come together full circle, literally, and how the pandemic affected everything, and how you are how you are basically forging ahead from the pandemic. It's not passed completely, but I'm guessing that you've put in place some measures to make sure that your business is able to survive the period.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm so sorry, at the beginning my computer decided to freeze. So can I go ahead and do my pitch first?
Well, first,
yes, please.
answer
So
the
you,
question
so
and then
so
show your
you,
pitch.
yeah.
Okay. So during the pandemic, we needed to halt operations because we do plastic waste, we were kind of scared to go out there to pick plastic that somebody has put in his or her mouth to use to make our products. So we decided to channel some of our resources into making safe nose covers for people to sell, to also sustain our finances. So that's what we were doing for some time. And now we have restructured, we are back into doing our own, our main business. We have found a way of dealing with the plastics, so we are not at risk. So that's
I like that.
how far we
So
got.
tell us about the business and unveil, all the solutions that you have, for the rest of the community. So please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that by the end of my 3-minute presentation, 3 million plastic bottles will be bought in the world. Only 9% of that will be recycled. And in a developing country like Ghana, the rest will end up in drainage systems, causing annual floods that claim lives and property. Over the past 50 years, over 4 million Ghanaians have been affected by this problem. And my own family was a victim of it in 2013. This problem has caused the country economic damages exceeding $780 million. Eco Fashion, my company, is combating the issue of plastic waste pollution by upcycling plastics into crafts and fashion accessories. We are making eco-friendliness a lifestyle among people by campaigning for reduce, reuse, and recycle of plastics through the marketing and selling of our products. And through our work, we are also contributing our quota to the attainment of SDG 3, 8, and 12. So when customers choose our products, they get the opportunity to use eco-friendly crafts and accessories that are artistic, are convenient to buy, and provide a sense of environmental consciousness, which is the ultimate. The feeling of knowing that you are helping save the environment in your own small way by using our products. So please meet my team. I am the team lead, Comfort Apia. I have a degree in business administration from Manchester University. We have Kofi, who is in charge of engineering of our products. He also has a degree in mechanical engineering. Then we have Elvis, who is in charge of research and development and social media marketing. He also has a degree in computer science. Then we have Mr. Awokoya, who has expertise in various startup spaces in Nigeria. He is our advisor. Since our inception, we've been able to save over 1,000 plastic bottles and 1,800 plus sachet rubbers in the making and selling of our products. And currently, we are in the process of obtaining machines to help manipulate the plastics to make our work easier and faster. We believe that when we are able to put this system in place, we'll be able to save 3 million plus plastic bottles yearly. And so we are appealing to everybody here to join hands with us by getting a couple of our products, partnering with us, or connecting us to people within your network who can help us in one way or the other. And together we save the environment for the future generation after us to also have a place to live. Thank you.
Thank you. Comfort, nice fancy bag to close off your presentation. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. Wow, it's been really remarkable learning all these stories and picking up a couple of lessons as well from the fellows for this year. I can only imagine that you guys will be going on to greater and bigger things. And congratulations to all of you as well, once again, for making this far, and all the very best for the months and the years ahead. We're going to have a very short video for you guys. You know, we bring you the very best. So we're going to have a very short video for you guys. So enjoy this very interesting video that we have for you.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
I'd like to congratulate the 2019 fellows on their successful completion of the AVI.
I'm so inspired by how you are willing to take up this new challenge and this new idea with AVI, and I wish you all the best going forward.
Especially to you, Grace Amponsa, I am inspired by your work, Bounty Initiative, which is focused on using the power of education and mentorship to help adolescent girls achieve their goals in life.
I was exceptionally inspired by Jennifer of Sisutera. Their work in the recycling industry inspired packaging decisions for my friend.
I'm inspired by Sabonsaki, your dedication to improving the livelihood of farmers through environmentally friendly measures has inspired our business to try and be environmentally friendly as well.
Thank you for lighting the path. I'm inspired by Jerry Kumari for the work that he has done for the disabled. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
I can't wait to see you guys change the world. It would be amazing. All the best, guys. I'm so happy for you.
I am inspired by Tifa for providing employment opportunity for young people in Ghana, and I'm inspired to do better. Thank you.
Thank you for lighting the path. I'm also inspired by smooth deliveries. You have made everything very simple for those of us who are interested in the retail or commercial business. And I wish you the best, and I look forward to seeing more of what you can do to help make life simple and easy. Thank you.
I have one more special video to share, and for our fellows, we are so grateful for everyone that stayed on board through technical difficulties. We all know how this works. Special thanks to Sangu, of course, who joined us earlier. Many special thanks to Philip Ashon, for our MC, for also guiding us through this. We're super thankful and incredibly grateful. So if you all wouldn't bear with me for one more moment, we have one last video, and then I will give you directions on how we will transition into our breakout session. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying on board this long and investing in our flows.
Hi, my name is Akpene Diata Hoga, creative consultant and co-founder of Creators Anonymous Africa. I want to congratulate all AVI Venture Incubator Fellows of 2019. I have been blessed to see firsthand and be a part of my mentee's relaunching of her brand, and it's also given me a very interesting perspective into how some of the practices I have done for the past 3 years in growing my business has, the influence it has on another business.
Hi, my name is Kendra Leith, and I'm Associate Director for Research at MIT D-Lab. I work with colleagues at AVI and MIT D-Lab to help coordinate some of our lean research activities. On behalf of D-Lab, I just want to say congratulations.
My name is Sydney Sam, CEO of Workspace Global and AVI Mentor. I want to send my heartfelt congratulations to the current cohort who have stayed committed, put in the hard work, and continue to bring innovative ideas towards the table. I want to encourage all of you that the business world is tough, but the world needs you.
Congratulations to the maiden group of the AVI Venture Incubator Program. You guys have come this far. I remember when I first met you with your exceptional ideas and business ventures. I am blown away with the progress that you have been able to make within this 1 year period. We at AVI are proud of you.
Hello and greetings from Washington, D.C.
My name is Megan Miller, and I'm the USAID Program Manager for Next I2I and the AVI Venture Incubator, here to extend a huge congratulations to our inaugural cohort of AVI Fellows. It has been such a pleasure to watch the AVI grow from conception to the tremendous success that it is today, in large part because of each of you. I'm continuously inspired by the work you are doing in your communities, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds. So please do keep in touch.
Hi everyone. My name is Arkisha Misatha, and I'm the Monitoring, Evaluation, and Learning Manager for Next I2I. This has been a wonderful year working with all of y'all. As you continue your journey as an entrepreneur, remember to monitor your progress and share your outcomes with your stakeholders as appropriate so that you can continue to grow your business. Congratulations and good luck on your journey.
I'm Adrian Watson, Executive Director of the Jamaica Environmental Entrepreneurs Advocacy Network. I would like to say congratulations to all of the fellows that are graduating from the Ashesi Incubator Program. I am looking forward to your great success and fruitful business enterprises in the next 5 years.
Thank you, everybody, for joining in for our demo day. I can't thank you enough for the support that we've gotten for all of the works that we've been doing with the incubator. We recognize wholeheartedly that, of course, as Sangu mentioned, that entrepreneurship isn't easy. It's not an easy road. It's a very challenging road, which is why all the more we have to celebrate and support these young entrepreneurs as they exit our incubator and enter into the real world with their businesses. They need individuals like yourselves to support them, to promote them, to be mentors to them, to be advocates for them. You've seen them on this platform. Please share their works, share what they're doing, share their stories. They need you to grow. They need you to develop. So we're just thankful wholeheartedly that you all took the time, 2 hours long, to indulge us, to hear the stories and listen to the fantastic works of these entrepreneurs. And to our fellows, thank you so much again from behalf of our Next I2I team for really coming through this journey with us.